Hi, welcome to another episode of Chaotic Torture RC. Earlier today I uploaded a video with some of the box art of the new axial scx10 2000 Jeep Cherokee. What I forgot to put in that video was I didn't turn it around to this side where it mentions some of the other key features. So before I open this box, I'm going to go ahead and zoom in and mention those real quick on what makes this kit different than previous kits, other than what I'd already mentioned with the axles and the transmission being different and such. On this one, they are doing a chassis mounted servo kit with a Panhard setup on it. They're sticking pretty much with the dual slipper clutch kit, which that's been standard for years, but now they're doing 32 pitch. That's the Panhard assembly, what it looks like from the front view. That way you can do the chassis mounted servo on it. You get your waterproof box. That's been a standard thing with Axial for a long time, but it's nice that they kept that. And then adjustable battery tray. They are making the battery tray where it's adjustable for your different batteries. We'll get into more of that once I open the box and such on here. Let me zoom back out. Wrong way. Zoom back out. You have to excuse me every once in a while if you hear me sniffle or whatever. I'd had a cold earlier this week, and then it's getting allergy season here, so the allergies are getting me. So I'm going to open a knife, and we're going to swing this around, and we're going to open this box up together, and we will see what is in this kit. Like I said, I had some questions in the other video about if that was plastic molding for the headlight and grille, kind of like how the Vetera Ascender does with their Blazer body. The images makes it look like it's really detailed, so a part of me wants to say yes, but until we open it up and see, I don't really know what is inside. Alright, open it up. Not much different than other Axial boxes. It doesn't have Axial printed on the box thousands of times like some of my other kits have. It does say engineered to go the distance. We'll see. Everybody has their little marketing ploys, and that just happens to be this one. So the first thing we're going to take out of the box is going to be the Lexan body. And look at that. Let me zoom in. If you look at that, there is no detail at all there. So that would leave me to assume when I get into the parts bags that there's going to be a plastic grill that will go in its place with the light buckets. That would be nice. The Jeep has a not big, but very slightly cowled hood, which is a nice look for it. A little bit sportier than what a standard Cherokee would be. Not all your Cherokees had the rise in the hood there. So that's nice looking. And I believe that this is going to have the hard plastic mirrors like previous Axial kits would come with. Molding, body lines, all the details that are in it look pretty good. It's going to be hard to see this on the camera until I actually get the body painted up and stuff. But after I get the body painted up and some decals on, I will get more video of that after the fact is done. But for right now, that's just your basic Lexan body. I will set this off to the side right here for now. That's why I'm sitting on the floor, so I've got a place to set things behind me. Excuse me one moment. Sorry about that. Get the tires out. Since they're sitting right here, they come with the foams already in them. I'll pull a foam out and feel it. For stock foam, doesn't feel too bad. I'll zoom in a little bit. Not that many people really care about what foam looks like, but feels kind of stiff. I know Axial's had some issues in the past with some of their foams feeling a little soft, so I don't want to say it's a super hard foam. It's kind of like a medium in between compound. And the tires are a replica BF Goodrich. They are the TA KO2s. Hard for me to read it on a tire. They seem a little bit wider. They're kind of a tall tire, but they seem a little bit wider than a lot of your standard axial 1.9s. But I will zoom in. That is the tire tread. The markings on the side. And these as well, they are the R35 compound, so they feel pretty sticky. Zoom out, you can hear it on my cow RC mat here, you can hear it squeaking. And left little black marks, which I will have to clean up later on. But those are the tires. They feel pretty good. They look good. I'm not sure. I don't have an opinion on the tires one way or the other until I get them mounted up, and we'll have to wait and see how they perform. But as I mentioned in the other video, I do plan on using the stock tires. More than likely I won't use the stock rims because I wasn't sure. Let me see if I can find them in here. Okay. Here are the stock rims. They are Method Racing licensed rims made from plastic. And as I suspected, I mentioned I wasn't sure if they were going to be a beadlock or a glue-on. They are a glue-on rim. I will zoom in, let you see the detail on them. They look nice for a plastic rim. And excuse me about that. Let me just pop one of these tires on here. Oh, it's a tight fit without even gluing. I would never suggest running a tire not glued on a plastic rim, but that is definitely a tight fit. But it'll give you a general idea, if you use the stock rims, what the tire will look like mounted up on it. Be sure that I've got it all seated like it would be if I was to glue it. That is how I would have all the beads set in their place. And you can see that it takes away from some of the boxiness look of the tire, because this is the tire out of the rim, not on the rim. It just kind of looks big and boxy, but once you mount it to the rim, it's pulled in some. It doesn't look bad on the stock rims at all, but I'm more of a true beadlock person. I do not like to glue rims, so these tires will be going on some sort of rims that I've got set aside somewhere else. But I am going to give them a run because I want to be sure that they do decent for what they are. And of course, like all your other axial kits, they do come with the plastic lockers that you could screw on over your nuts just to give it a more scale, realistic look. My camera's not going to focus in on the detail, but if you've had an axial kit before, you know what these are. And they're included with this kit as well. So we will set that back on the side. And we have various parts bags. I won't go through and open each individual bag and scatter stuff out just yet till I start to build. That way, when I do the build video, for those that want to watch and follow along, I don't throw nobody off. Not to seem arrogant, I could probably build this kit without using the instruction booklet, but for a lot of people this may be their first build, and when I do the build video I will follow the directions and go through those, and that way for those building with me. But you've got your G-part bag that's got some servo tape, some miscellaneous screws, and it comes with your rubber gaskets for your electronics box. You've got your universals for your wild boar shafts. They're in their own parts bag. Then you got like a bag F that's got your battery straps and some miscellaneous hardware. I would assume that's used for assembling your battery box more than likely and mounting it to the chassis. Everything's going to be labeled bag A, bag E, whatever letter they use it for. Like this one's labeled plastic 3, so I'm not going to dump everything out, but I will pull a few random pieces out, like the bumper. You will need some scissors or something to score the plastic. This here's the rear bumper. And as some have seen on picture boxes and some slight picture reviews, it has, let me get my camera to focus on it. It's got the slot back here where it looks like a Reese hitch is going to be able to slide in and mount out for those that want to do scale trailer work. There we go. So it looks like it has place. It's got some places for some LEDs to go into, so you can mount some lights in your bumper. Let me zoom this back out. It's kind of blurry. But that's the back bumper. Let me go through here, because I was questioning the front bumper when I saw images of it about having what looked to be a fair lead on it. Zoom in and hope that my camera stays focused. As you can see, that's where the fair lead is molded into the plastic. It's just molded, but it is open. So if you want to mount it, and it's got holes already drilled there. If you have a winch, whether it mounts up to them holes or not, or if you've got a winch that you want to drill, there's some room behind here for some drilling and modifications. But you can mount your winch here and run your winch cable and hook through the fair lead there. Granted, it is plastic, so over time it might take some wear and tear in there, but maybe not. I don't know. And like the rear bumper, it has a place right here to mount some LEDs inside the bumper. And for a plastic bumper, compared to some of the other axial bumpers, this feels pretty solid and tight. If anybody's ever messed with the honcho bumpers, they were real flimsy and weak. This one, I'm putting some force on it, and it's taking a lot just to get it to flex. I'm going to look for one other piece in this bag to see if it's in here. Alright, I got headlight lenses, so that's going to confirm my suggestion that I thought that this came with a plastic printed grill. It's just figuring out which box or which bag that it's in. But so far, other than some of the slight changes, this is seeming dead on, just like any other axial kit or build would. Now this is something I just noticed differently. This has come with 2 skid plates. Let me zoom in. This is something that was unexpected to me when I opened it. It has that skid plate, which resembles and looks just like the original scx10 skid plates that accommodated their standard transmission and the way the link's mounted. Attached to it happens to be another skid plate, but only 2 sets of holes for a transmission there. I'm not sure which one the kit's going to use. I don't want to make any assumptions till I open the manual and look at it, but when I do the build, I will specify which one this kit's using to help make some sense of that. But that's pretty interesting. Zoom back out. Anyways, I'm going to leave my headlight pieces out because I'm still searching for what the grill might be in. We got another plastic parts bag here. This plastic one that's got like bag A, bag B, and other various plastic bag parts in here. In plastic A, as you can see, you're going to have diff covers for your axles. It's got your rod ends. It looks like some of your shock building kit. I see what looks to be steer horns. I know some people have made comments in the past about wanting a set of steer horns to mount to the hood of some of their rig. Looks like there's 1, 2, 3 that I can see. The axle casings are in this bag as well. And then you got bag B, which is bag B that has your links, your CBDs and rear axle shafts are in bag A with some grease and Loctite. They do send you some blue Loctite and some grease. When I do the actual build video, I'm going to use my own grease. I use a marine grease when I build everything. That way it's protected from water to the best that I can protect it. Helps reduce rusting and seizing of my bearings. Okay. Alright, this is the bag that I was looking for. This is going to answer a lot of the questions that I had. This is called Plastic Bag 4. And when you open it up, you got your front grille. It looks like your upper luggage rack, your mirrors, other miscellaneous little plastic pieces that are for body accessories and detail. So what I'm going to do is open it up just to look at the grill. I want to see the detail that's in it. And this, they went as far as to, on a lot of your kits, you had to use decals for your door handles. Let me zoom this in a little bit. They have included in this kit 4 plastic door handles that will mount to your doors of the body. So you'll have real hard handles. The grill is nice. If you look in there, you see the radiator mesh and the lines. And as I mentioned earlier, comes with light lenses to put in there. So for the Lexan body build, you're going to be able to build you a really nice, detailed, scaled Jeep Cherokee body. Which Axial's always had nice bodies, but to go the extra steps with adding the true door handles instead of the decals is nice. That's new for the Lexan build part of their kits. That's actually something I'm looking forward to. It looks better for scale appearances, and it just all out makes a vehicle look better. And a lot of us guys, when we build this, our goal is to make a kit look and appear as realistic as the one you would see drive on a daily basis. And here we have miscellaneous bag. This has your shocks in it. I see the transmission casing. I'm not going to open this bag up until I start the build video. I don't want to have any parts knocked around. It's got bag D. I see the bearings. I see the slipper pads for the spur gear. I see the Icon shock building kit. And this one's going to have the, since this is the kit, it's going to have the aluminum Icon shocks and not the plastic ones that come on the ready-to-run kits. I don't know that they're going to do this in a ready-to-run kit, but anybody that's had any other scx10 ready-to-run knows that they come with the black plastic bodies versus the aluminum ones that your kit builds come with. And then last but not least, this is the last bag out of the box. And in this box, this bag, it has your chassis rails, which I want to open them up and look at them. It's got your manual, of course your 2 little green axial rock crawling stones, which a lot of us that trail, some people call them markers, some people use them for running their truck over for a little obstacle. I don't do anything with them. I will take the axial 4-way tire tool out of there. Here are the frame rails, and I'm not sure. The frame looks very, very similar to all the other axial frames in the past. I'm going to go ahead and open these. They look similar in shape. I may get out one of my other chassis later and hold it side by side to compare. The one thing I'm noticing is a few extra holes throughout the chassis. I don't want to say that it's shaped different or that it's not shaped different until I get another chassis out and look. But if they are different, I will show a comparison for those to see. But it looks real similar to any other axial chassis, just has a few more holes drilled in it. But for the years that they've been making them, these chassis have proven themselves. It's a solid chassis. A lot of people use aftermarket chassis anyways, but honestly, these chassis are very well built and hold up to a lot of abuse. Got a few screws in there. You got your decals, all your window markings, and this is going to be just like how the Viterra Cinder is. It will make your windows look like they have a window tint, so you don't have to do a spray tint. Front windows will not be tinted. Front windshield won't be tinted, but the rear one will be, and the back windows will have a tinted look, but they're transparent. And all your other decals, like for your dash, or not your dash, but your cowl by your hood and such. Marker lights. Sadly, rear turn signal decals, as it does not have any buckets for that. I don't know that I'll use these. I might try to attempt to make me some buckets. They got a California scx10 XJ license plate, and another license plate that says axial on it. Comes with window masks for when you go to paint the body. That's nice. I don't know that I'll use these. A lot of times I use liquid masks, so it'll depend. And then our manual, which once I start the build of this video, I will start referring to the manual when we build it, and I will do it in sections. Like the first part of this manual is going to have us building. Let's get through all the parts listed. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do when we build this kit is going to be the axles. And that's good because that's what I wanted to check out and notice first is the axles. So what I will do is, instead of having like a 2-hour long build video, when I do the build, I'll do it in sections. Like first part's axles, we'll build the axles. That'll be one video, set it aside. Then after our axles, looks like it has us assembling all the steering stuff and the links to them. I may include that in with part of the axle build and such. And then after that, it looks like we're going to be doing the shocks and then transmission. Break it down to a shock build, break it down to a transmission build. And that way it's not too much at once, makes it easier to follow, and not a super long video for taking forever to upload. Anyways, that is that on the unboxing of this. If anybody has any questions before I make any other videos after they watch this, please feel free to comment and ask whatever you need to. I will answer what I can. I'm looking forward to this build. Once again, sorry for the slight sniffling that I'm doing. Just that time of year, nothing I can do about it. And once again, thank you for watching Chaotic Torture RC. Click like and subscribe.